Hello viewers, tutorial 5 question 7. So we have this trapezium looking shape where we have a rectangle in the middle flanked by two triangles. So the height of the whole shape is x, which is the unknown that we need to find, which is the same as the width of the right hand triangle, and the width of the left hand triangle is half of that. So the area of the whole shape we're told to be 5 square meters. We need to find the value of x. So let's break this up into its three shapes that make it up. That's going to be shape 1, the rectangle will be 2, and the right hand triangle will be shape 3. So for shape 1, what's the area? Area is going to be, it's a triangle, so its dimensions are going to be half base times height for the area. So it's half times the base is x over 2 and the height is x. So if we multiply this out, we get x squared times a quarter, because we've got a half times x upon 2 is a half of x. Half of half is a quarter. X times x is x squared. So that's for shape 1. For shape 2, it's a rectangle. Area is therefore base times height. Its base is 1. Its height is x. So its area is going to be x. And for shape 3, what's the area? Area is, this is a triangle, so it's half base times height, which is going to be half times the base is x and the height is x. So this will be half x squared. So what's the total area? Total area is going to be, add the areas, it's going to be half x squared plus x plus a quarter x squared. The first and last terms there are like terms, so they can be combined. Half plus a quarter is 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4 is 3 quarters. X squared plus x. So that's an expression for the area of the whole shape. Now this, we are told, must be 5, because the area of the whole shape is 5 meters squared. Okay, so that will be a quadratic equation that we need to solve. So our quadratic is 3 over 4 x squared plus x minus 5 equals 0. So this is going to be, like we say, a quadratic, so we can use the quadratic formula. So A is 3 quarters, B is 1, and C is negative 5. So if we put that into the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, we get negative 1 plus minus square root of 1 squared minus 4 times 3 quarters times negative 5. So because it's times a negative, that'll make this a plus, so times 5, divided by 2a, which is going to be 2 times 3 quarters, which is 3 halves. So let's look at what's under that square root. This is going to be minus 1 plus minus the square root of 1 plus 15, which is 16, divided by 3 halves. So this will be equal to 1 minus 1 plus minus. Square root of 16 is 4, divided by 3 halves. So minus 1 plus or minus 4, there will be two answers here. The first solution will be x equals, one solution will be positive 2, or x equals a negative solution, which is minus 10 over 3. But we know that x cannot be negative because it is a side length, which means that x must be 2. So therefore, the value of x must be 2 metres. X equals 2 metres. Let's check that that fits our shape. So if we have x being 2 metres, this triangle has a width of x over 2 is 1 and a height of 2. So its area is going to be half times base times height, which is half times 1 times 2 is 1. So this triangle has area of 1. What about the rectangle? Its width is 1, its height is x, which is 2. So the rectangle has a area of 2 units. Now what about this third triangle? Its width is x, its height is x. So this is going to be half times x is half times 2 times 2, which is 2. So this triangle has an area of 1 metre squared, rectangle 2 metre squared, and the other triangle 2 metre squared, which makes the whole thing the required 5 metre squared. Okay, thanks for watching. Over and out.